this isn't exactly what I had in mind.
Do you know how one wrong turn can become the final decision of your life? In American horror cinema, spring break road trips have always been a favorite setup. But what happens in 2001 Maniacs goes far beyond bad luck. This 2005 cult classic didn't just entertain gore fans, it redefined slasher brutality. There's no masked killer stalking the shadows here. Instead, there's an entire town that's been waiting 150 years to celebrate your death. The story begins with three college friends, Anderson, Corey, and Nelson, driving toward Florida for spring break. At a gas station along the way, they meet three more students, Kat, Joey, and Ricky, traveling in another car.
So, what's your name, cowboy?
Anderson. And, what is your name?
Oh, I'll tell you.
That's when they notice a strange detour leading to a quiet, almost abandoned town called Pleasant Valley. As soon as both cars enter the village, everything goes silent. Then, suddenly, the streets fill with people, smiling. Not warm smiles, the kind that crawl under your skin.
Well, don't be a wet ding-dong, fellas.
Here we meet the town's leader, Mayor Buckman. He welcomes the students like honored guests, telling them they've arrived on the most important day of the year, the Guts and Glory Jubilee. Free luxury rooms, amazing food, and beautiful women. Everyone falls for it. Everyone except Anderson. They think they've found paradise. In reality, they've driven straight into a slaughterhouse. As night falls, Pleasant Valley's hospitality turns into a bloodbath. The first victim is Kat. Bold and fearless, she's charmed by a handsome local named Hucklebilly, who takes her to an old stable. Expecting a romantic surprise, she laughs as he gently ties a red blindfold over her eyes. When the blindfold comes off, her scream freezes the air. Kat is strapped to a wooden frame, her arms and legs tied to four powerful horses. Hucklebilly cracks his whip. The horses charge in opposite directions, and in seconds, her body is ripped apart. The townspeople erupt in applause. Next is Corey, the shy one. A gorgeous local girl named Peaches seduces him and offers a special drink. Corey assumes it's rare liquor. It isn't. It's concentrated sulfuric acid. The moment it touches his throat, his insides begin to dissolve. He collapses, coughing blood, screaming in agony, until his body gives out. Meanwhile, Nelson is lured into another trap by a girl named Scarlett. Using her terrifying steel teeth, she mutilates him before pushing him into an industrial crusher. His bones are pulverized instantly, his body reduced to mush like meat through a grinder. Then comes the film's most disturbing moment. At a grand dinner that night, the remaining guests, including Ricky, are served barbecue. Everyone eats happily, until Ricky notices something horrifying. A piece of meat bears the same horse tattoo Kat had on her hip. The table goes silent. They realize they aren't eating animals, they're eating their friend. Moments later, Ricky is brutally killed as well. Only Anderson and Joey are left. Desperate to survive, they flee and hide inside the town's old library. There, they discover an ancient book that changes everything. Pleasant Valley isn't just cursed, it's dead. During the Civil War in 1864, the Northern Army slaughtered 2,001 residents of this town. The book contains photographs of every villager, along with their dates of death. Just then, Mayor Buckman appears, tapping his cane on the floor. As Anderson and Joey struggle to escape, the mayor's black eye patch slips off. Where his eye should be, there's nothing, just rotting flesh crawling with maggots. That's when the truth hits them. These aren't people. They're 150-year-old walking corpses. They shove the mayor aside and race toward their motorcycle, speeding out of town. At the edge of Pleasant Valley, they reach a small police station and burst inside, screaming for help. There's a massacre happening. The mayor and the townspeople are killing everyone. The sheriff barely reacts. Calmly, he says, "Pleasant Valley? That place doesn't exist. It was wiped off the map 150 years ago. There's only a cemetery there now." Terrified and confused, Anderson and Joey flee once more, racing toward the highway as the sun begins to rise. Freedom finally feels close. Then, out of nowhere, a thin steel tripwire stretches across the road. At full speed, the motorcycle hits it. 1 second of silence, then slash. The wire slices clean through their necks. Their heads fly off like footballs, while their headless bodies continue riding forward.